This is Josh Hart here for Seconds Out. Delighted today to be joined by Sonny Edwards. Sonny, pleasure for your time today, and how are we doing?
So that's who's poached, just Seconds Out, yeah? Oh, okay. I was wondering. Yeah, I'm doing very good.
Good to hear. Big news for yourself. Obviously, you're back out in Phoenix again against Catterall. Just talk to me about being back out in Phoenix, after the first time there. While it didn't go your way, it was a great fight. You entertained all the fans, and you go back out there at the end of June. Just talk to me about this upcoming fight for yourself.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for me. Former world champion versus former world champion. There's going to be a big Mexican following there. Bam, obviously being American and Mexican. Estrada obviously being a Mexican. Catterall obviously being a Mexican. And obviously I've just fought Bam in front of half of them. So it should be a great night. Everything makes sense. I love it when it's done like this and things just make actual sense. Yeah, I'm fighting in America again, fighting at the arena that I got to watch the basketball game courtside in. So that's going to be a buzz, one of the best arenas I've been in, to be honest. And I fought that before I realised I was fighting. Yeah, buzzing, to be honest. Is it everything that it needs to be?
Just talk to me about the experience of the last fight. I know you've probably done numerous interviews since then, but it's been a while since we've caught up. Talk to me about the experience of being out in the States. And, something I remember you saying is that you feel the flyweights have lacked that big fight feel where the casual fans can get involved, and you and Bam created that event where even the casual fans were excited for it. Just talk to me about almost creating a piece of history like that.
Yeah, I think DAZN did a fantastic job in the build-up. I think the contrasting characters of me being a bit energetic and Bam being a bit reserved, and I think I did a good job as, being the other side of that dance battle and bringing personality out of a very, very good fighter. And, the fight itself was good. And, yeah, I think DAZN did a great job. They made a big deal of it. It did feel like it was the main thing that happened in boxing that week. And it felt like an event I haven't been in before. It's like the size. So I was massively grateful, even though it didn't go and end the way that I wanted it to. I felt like I was a good competitor. I know I've said it a million times, but, I feel like if things slightly went differently and my vision weren't impaired so early, then who knows, the fight might have been slightly different. Who knows, it might not have been. Who knows, it might have been worse. I don't know, but I go away from that fight with a lot of confidence in my toughness, in my ability. Yeah, it was a hard fight, especially by the end. But yeah, I think stock-wise, I'm in a position better than I've ever been in before. So yeah, I think DAZN, Eddie Hearn, Bam, his career, his team, me, my team, we did a good job building it up. No disrespect really to speak of too much. Yeah, we had a bit more animosity at the last stages, but yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I just can't wait. Can't wait.
I'm going to talk about why we're here this week. Taylor versus Catterall 2 here in Leeds. Not too far away from yourself where you're based. Just talk to me about this fight. It's probably the biggest fight we've seen on British soil so far this year, and it really does have that big fight feel to it, doesn't it?
This fight on the weekend, yeah? Sorry, I half blanked out half of your question. I just got a message of the reason why I'm here. Yeah, it does. I was a bit disappointed that there was no public in the press conference, though. I think maybe it was asked for by the fighters because it would have probably created a whole different dynamic. But yeah, excited for the fight. Two contrasting styles, and we'll see who wins on the night. I think both fighters got a good case for why they think they can win, and maybe who wants it more will be the eventual winner.
I feel it's one of those where they've got to take the emotion out of it while the tensions are running high. They've got to get in the ring on that night, and they've just got to stick to their game plans.
Yeah, or land the shot, or be lucky, or everything. You get in the fight, and the first bell goes, and the dice start rolling, and that's all the fight is. Yeah, there's percentages, and but yeah.
I want to get your thoughts on last weekend. We saw the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. Just talk to me about Fury versus Usyk last weekend. Hold on.
Yeah, so
I'll cut this bit out. Just talk to me about Fury versus Usyk last weekend, an absolutely spectacular event. Just talk to me about what you thought of the fight first of all.
Well, obviously I was working with TalkSport that night. It sent us absolutely crazy. Just a quick message to everyone that watched that and heard the shouting and didn't understand what was going on. We weren't actually allowed to commentate the fight. So we couldn't commentate as if we was commentating because there was no commentary rights allowed for that fight. What we was allowed to do though was watch it and react to it. You know what I mean? So we watched it and we reacted to it. Maybe we weren't the best hearing and sound on radio at some time, in hindsight. But I think the content that it made and the actual memory of watching that fight, you know, with the likes of Adam Catterall, Adam Smith, Spencer Oliver in the setting of the TalkSport studio is definitely memorable for me. And the numbers for the show, they were really, really happy with. I think within the first 24 hours, it had 1.1 million views or something. There was 50K people in there at a time for the main event. So, yeah, it did everything it needed to do commercially for them. And for me, I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Talk about that 9th round as well, the moment where Fury seemed to be in such control that it's not like he switched off, it was in cruise control, he was just doing what he normally does. Then Usyk pulls out that shot from the guards and it sends Fury into probably the worst way we've ever seen him. I don't think in a ring we've ever seen him in such a state of just being rocked, hurt. Just talk to me about that 9th round.
You know, I think he was very... he was hurt, clearly. I think he just started finding his rhythm for the last few rounds, though he'd had better rounds. First time he was landing the body shots and the jabs and it was flowing. And then, he got caught with a shot. That really did hurt him. But again, just like always, he somehow managed to recover and somehow managed to see the final bell. And it's just testament to his fighting spirit. Tyson Fury, probably his size helps a little bit. But Usyk can hit, man. He hurt AJ as well. He's pretty much hurt everyone. He just doesn't throw punches to try and take someone's head off. He just an accumulation. And if he gets you at the sweet spot at the right time, and then your legs are wobbling, and then...
Fair enough. Something else that I want to talk about was the count. The likes of Derek Saw and David Hay went out and said that the referee's count was too long and that they saved Fury. Obviously, they didn't let him go down. Do you agree with the likes of Derek Saw and David Hay and what they're saying, or do you believe the referee did what was right?
The count of 10 isn't 10 seconds. It's the ref's 10-second count, and it's up to the only discretion of the ref whether the fight gets stopped on the count or not. So someone can get up at 8 or 9, and the ref can look at them, make them walk, make them do a backflip and star jump if they want to, and then decide whether they're ready to fight or not. With all of that stuff will take longer. So the ref is making a very, very, very high-pressure, one-moment decision whether he's going to stop the fight or not. And he didn't, and he got to the end of the ring, so maybe he shouldn't have.
And looking ahead to next weekend, we've got the 5v5 Matchroom versus Queensbury, an idea that you had many, many years ago. How excited are you to see that event finally take place?
Yeah, I mean, I have actually been asked to go out there to do the broadcast and that, but I don't think I'm going to do it because it's too close to my fight. But great event, great idea, great opportunity for all the fighters involved. And I'm just trying to figure a way out to get out of this place with all these cameras that are getting put in front of me.
And just
1, 2, 3, 4 that I'm seeing right now.
Just want to quickly grab a prediction. Wilder versus Zhang, I'd say that's the top of the bill of the night. Who wins that and how?
Wilder Zhang?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't really care, to be honest. Like heavyweight boxing, I don't really care about. It's boring to me now. It's all we speak about.
Okay, so if I push you for, let's say, Hamza Sheeraz, Amo Williams at the middleweight division, what would you say for that one?
Mad, because I met Amo over in America, cool guy, and Hamza's cool, both good fighters. If Hamza's as good as some people in Britain think he has, I would think him. But I don't think we've seen him be able to show it. I think this is going to be that show. This is the acid test, probably for both fighters, really. So, I'm looking forward to this one. And if I'm honest, I think they're both good fighters, so I'm not sure which way that's going to go.
Sonny, I'm going to let you go now, as I know you don't want to get caught up in too much. Thank you very much for your time. I'm sure we can speak again soon.